In this story about Kevin, posted by K Flavored, we see that Kevin gets scammed twice in a month. This is about my colleague Kevin. Kevin is a true Kevin. A few weeks back, Kevin got an urgent call from the government that their passport information was stolen and that they were coming to arrest him within 24 hours unless he transferred $2,500 into a Bitcoin account. I was on a call with Kevin while this happened, and he panicked, then explained to me that he had to hang up because of this. I immediately told him, "Sounds like a scam to me. Call the police to verify if you don't believe me." But there was no way this was real. No, it is real. Kevin told me, and he had to go transfer the money. I tried to convince him not to, but alas, there's no way to argue with stupid. And that's how Kevin got scammed for the first time. Obviously, once scammers know you are stupid enough to get scammed, they'll reach out to you more often. So off to scam number 2 we go. This time, Kevin got an email from an acquaintance asking him to discreetly purchase the 3 iTunes gift cards, each worth $300 for his children. Send him the codes and he'll send the money back right to Kevin. He called me to ask how to purchase the gift cards. I explained what an iTunes gift card is and asked what he needed it for, since he didn't even know what it is. And there comes the story about the email. Kevin, this is a scam. You can buy these gift cards at any supermarket. There's no reason in the world for you to purchase them for someone else unless someone is trying to scam you. Call the acquaintance and he'll confirm it. No, this was not the case, according to him. There he went to the store to buy $900 worth of gift cards and send the codes to the scammer. The next day he pulled a surprise Pikachu. I got scammed. No shitting, you dig dong. So that's 2 out of 2. I'm curious how long it will be till the next one comes knocking at the door. Pretty sure this wasn't the last time he got scammed. Now, obviously, guys, the story is semi-funny, semi-serious. Obviously, it's always funny to see people falling for things, but it is serious because obviously a lot of these scams are legitimately victimizing real people. And I have no doubt that this story actually did happen. We hear this all too often. Now, if you go to my one of my videos, older ones, I'll try to find it and link it into this video. You'll see that I actually got a call from a scammer. And I've gotten these calls as well where it's like, hey, your social security number has been used for this fraudulent activity. We must protect you. Send us a gift card and all that stuff. Now, obviously, guys, if the police really are going to arrest you, they're not going to call you over the phone. They're not going to ask you for gift cards. They're going to send uniformed police officers, or it's going to be an actual human being knocking at your house door, knocking at your workplace, whatever the case might be. They're not going to do it by the telephone. Oh yeah, by the way, in 24 hours when it comes. Because then if you're really a criminal, right, if they're warning you that, oh, in 24 hours, we're going to, send somebody, what's your instinct going to be? Well, you're going to run, of course. They're not going to warn you. They're just going to show up. If they really have a legitimate reason to arrest you, they're not going to wait for you and, get a gift card, get this, get that, do this, do that. Now, obviously, if you're dealing with a police officer or a police system that's corrupt, maybe, but even then, They're not going to do it over the phone because, especially these days, it's easy to record a phone call and, oh, now I got you trapped. Now I have you, saying that, hey, for an extra $100, or if you buy me a gift card, they're going to let me go or whatever, right? They're going to get into a lot more trouble. Like I said, especially these days, a lot of police officers, a lot of police departments are under major scrutiny, right? Since that's the good thing about the whole George Floyd incident. A lot of people now, even when they're guilty, guilty as f for doing whatever they did, the first thing they do, oh my God, the police did this, they did that, and all this jazz, right? They'll go and make it public. They'll go and make a video about it, and they'll, oh, here's the evidence, I was abused, I was, this happened, even if they're guilty of whatever crime they were suspected of doing, right? So if you do get calls like this, have no shame of hanging right up on them, asking them what their email is, what the website is. Definitely say, okay, can I call you back in 10 minutes? Can I call you back in 20 minutes? And then call the real agency, right? Most people, your phone number for the IRS or the CRA or whatever the, British or Indian or Chinese equivalent to the, IRS department is, right? You can look up the phone number for the police department, right? So if they have a legitimate case against you, you can easily look up all that information and call the real police department, call the real IRS or whatever, and say, hey, can I look into my file? Can you guys look into my, dossier or whatever? And, hey, is there really a case against me? Do I really owe you money? How much? What are my, my options for payment? The IRS, for the most part, even when you owe them money, they're not looking to arrest you, because if you're in jail, they're not getting their money. And most of us, you owe $1,000, you owe $500, you owe $20. You want to send that money $20 at a time. They'd rather that than get nothing. You know, you're only going to go in jail for, tax evasion is if you're, owe $10,000 or more, and you make it clear that you're not paying back a single penny. And on top of that, you have a whole bunch of other crimes against you, right? That's how they got Al Capone, right? Al Capone wasn't sent to jail because of all the accused other crimes that he had against him. It was literally because of he messed around with the IRS, So it's like, look, as long as you're paying back whatever amount that you owe, and you're sending them at least some amount of payment, they're not going to send you to jail for that, under most circumstances. Like I said, there's certain cases where if you're messing around with the government in any other way, if they can get you with the taxes, yeah, they'll get you. But for the most part, me, the average person, they don't care if you owe them $500. As long as you pay them back the money, they're fine. They're not going to care, So just make sure, guys, file your taxes. If you have any doubts, if you get these calls, just, hey, look it up. Another popular one, too, is, oh, your relative has been, accused of a crime. They were in jail. Okay, then why are you calling me? Again, it's, if that person is really in jail, they have the right to one call. What are they going to do? They're going to call a relative. They're going to call their lawyer, depending on who they are. They're not going to call their grandmother and, hey, send me $500, send me $1,000. What's a grandma going to do, honestly, right? So you have to think of it logically, too. So obviously these scams all usually target or prey on elderly people or immigrants who don't know any better, or maybe are more trusting, and really don't, necessarily follow through and say, hey, let's double check this. So make sure, guys, that, you're really, if you have an elderly person that you're in constant contact with them, and you reassure them that no, that relative really isn't in jail. Let's double check to make sure. You really want to be sure, not a problem. Let's call them up. I have their phone number. Or, hey, okay, that's the nephew, and okay, they're related to that other person. We don't have their phone number. Let's find somebody who has their phone number and see, what's really going on here. So always double check everything. Always be there to support your family, your friends. And if somebody is really going through something, sure, by all means, help them out, guys. But don't, hesitate to double check the story. Don't hesitate to confirm everything before doing anything. And you know what? Sometimes, we sometimes we have a friend that really needs help, that really needs our support. And sure, $500, it's not a small amount, but it's like, look, I'd rather lose a $500 helping you than keep the $500 and you're screwed out of something, right? So if you're gonna help, but help carefully, help with a certain amount of wisdom and responsibility to it. I know sometimes you're gonna lose the money, not because of a scam, but because, hey, I'm helping a friend. It was worth helping them than keeping the money in my pockets, right? But that's a discussion for another video. So I hope you guys liked this video. Please let me know if you want me to continue with these stories of Kevin, or nah, you know what, we're good, we don't really like it. So please leave me a like, a comment, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Have a great one, guys.